Welcome to the Resilient Retail Game Plan, a podcast for anyone wanting to start, grow or scale a profitable creative product business with me, Catherine Eardley. The Resilient Retail Game Plan is a podcast dedicated to one thing, breaking down the concepts and tools that I've gathered from 20 years in the retail industry and showing you how you can use them in your business. This is the real nuts and bolts of running a successful product business, broken down in an easy, accessible way. This is not a podcast about learning how to make your business look good. It's the tools and techniques that will make you and your business feel good. Confidently plan, launch and manage your products, and feel in control of your sales numbers and cash flow to help you build a resilient retail business. Welcome to episode 16 of the Resilient Retail Game Plan. My name is Catherine Eardley and I'm your host. Thank you so much for listening. I'm also the founder of the Resilient Retail Club. The Resilient Retail Club is my membership group for creative product businesses. You can find out more at resilientretailclub.com. So today's episode is just a little bit different. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about mindset as opposed to more of the business side of things. And it's really all about how do you stay sane in the run-up to Christmas. So we are obviously mid-November now and we are heading straight towards the busiest time of the year around Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and of course the Christmas selling season. So I've just got a few tips for you on how you can help to stay focused, to stay sane, and to make it through this very busy season. So the first thing that I'm going to suggest that you do is you make yourself a to-don't list. So in other words, one of the reasons that people end up getting really overwhelmed at this time of year is because they're so busy with everything that's going on with sales, but then they're also trying to do other things as well. This is not the time of year to be doing anything other than what I refer to as RGA, revenue generating activities. So if you're not selling or servicing your customers, then you need to be parking it until January. January is traditionally the quietest month in retail, so you will have time to catch up on your projects. If you've been thinking that you really need to start on Pinterest or you need to check out a different email marketing system or anything else like that, now is not the time. Now is the time to be focused, as I said, on customer service, on selling, and on getting your products out there. And in terms of your products, don't forget to focus on your seasonal stock. I've talked about this in previous episodes, but there's this concept of brown bananas. It's the products that are not going to be attractive to your customers after a certain date, whether that is dated products or Christmas-related products or winter-themed products. Think about the products that you do not want to be sitting on in January, and those need to be your focus in terms of pushing them, promoting them, and getting those sold. That really has to be your focus. Everything else goes on the to-don't list. Park it, put it to one side. Have a little notebook so you can keep writing things down. So as they crop up in your mind that I really must do this, I really must do that, write it down, but save that for a later date. Keeping really laser focused at this time will help you feel less stressed, and it will help you just get really focused on what needs to happen for your business right now. Point number 2 then is ask for help. Take a moment to think about everything that you have to do in your business. Is there anything that you could get somebody to help you with? Obviously, we're all dealing with different levels of lockdown and different levels of restrictions of where we can be in proximity to other people. But even if you can't be with somebody else, are there any activities that they could do that are virtual that people could take on to free up your time and give you a bit of a breathing space? Could you ask a virtual assistant, for example, to just for a few hours in the next few weeks help you with your customer emails? Is that something that you can hand off? Can you ask someone to help you with your social media scheduling? So if you're really getting to the point where you feel like you're not going to be able to fulfill orders or you're just simply going to get burnt out, think about what help you can bring in, what tasks you can break out of your everyday routine and hand off to somebody else, ideally virtually if you can't hand it off to somebody in person. Asking for help's really crucial, whether it's practical assistance, but also just asking for help and encouragement. This is the time to rely on your communities. I know in the Resilient Retail Club, this is an important aspect that people really enjoy about the club, is they know they've got somewhere to come to get cheered on with their successes, to get reminded of their focuses and their accountabilities, and also to ask questions and share concerns or share worries or share their overwhelm. So if you've got a community like that you can lean on right now, then don't forget to lean on them. This is the time where you really need other people's support and cheerleading to help you get through. Point number 3 for staying sane is it's all about your rest as much as it is about your work. One thing that I always have in the back of my head is I was reading an interview with Mo Farah, and he was talking about how he has 2 teams. He has one team that takes care of his training and one team whose focuses on his rest and basically how he can be rested and replenished, ready to go for the training. And it just goes to show that your ability to rest, take a break, is just as important as your ability to work. And you've got to think about any way that you can pace yourself. What can you do to put breaks into your day? What can you do to put breaks into your week? Yes, it's busy right now, but are there just small pockets of time that you can take where you literally can take a break, clear your mind? Are there things like meditation or yoga that can help you get a bit of time where your brain has some downtime? Because that's how we burn out. We get so exhausted. And often, to be honest, when we are exhausted and overtired, we're not as effective, not as productive. There's lots and lots of studies that show that taking regular breaks, having adequate rest is really beneficial to our productivity. Now, I know that if you're listening to this and you're juggling life, possibly homeschooling, small businesses, the run up to Christmas, everything else, including your own personal responsibilities, whatever they may be, then you're probably thinking, well, that sounds great. That sounds like an impossible dream. But it's worth just thinking about, just even if you can just accept that it's important for you to get rest, then that can be really helpful in helping you be focused on what you need to get through the next few weeks. And then as a final thought for this very short episode, have a notebook. As I said, it's great to write down the ideas that you're going to park, but also take a moment to keep a note of what's actually happening for you. So as you go through this busy time, it will help you actually clarify some of your thoughts about your business. What's going really well? What's not working so well for you? It's this very busy time of year often clarifies for you where things are not going as you'd want them to. Maybe it's a partner organization, for example, like your courier or fulfillment center that are not performing the way that you want. Or maybe you've just got to the point where you realize you absolutely can't do another post office run. Whatever it is, capture those thoughts so that when you do a review in January and look back on how the season went, you've got all those thoughts mapped out. It also means that you can clear your mind of a whole bunch of thoughts and ponderings, which will help you to stay focused on your key tasks. The simpler you can keep it, the better. So don't lose those thoughts and those ideas that are floating around. Write them down, but don't let them clutter up your day-to-day life. So keep an eye, keep a note. Sometimes I think with our businesses, when we are in a busy time and we're doing the same things over and over again, it shows us, is it something that we enjoy? Are we now ready finally to outsource things? A lot of people who told me hands down that they would not outsource various different tasks, when they're in their busy time, it actually shows them, okay, actually I'm at the point now where I've had enough. And if I want to grow this business any bigger, then I will need to hand these tasks off. And don't forget, if you are somebody who is on a growth path, whose business has grown a lot this year, this could well be your busiest Black Friday yet, or your busiest festive selling season ever. So think about how it feels. Is it showing where there are bottlenecks in your business? Is it showing you areas that you can work on to improve the efficiency of your business into 2021? And don't forget, if you are growing, then eventually these kind of high levels of sales that you're experiencing during festive times, these are going to become your normal monthly sales. So what does that mean? Do you need to have premises? Do you need to bring more people in? What does it mean for your business when you're this busy, and how much more can you grow? These are all really, really useful things for you to think about as a business owner, and really useful for you to capture at this time. But as I said, keep a notebook, write it down, nothing to do with it right now. Don't try and think about making major changes at this time period, but when it comes to January, you'll be really glad that you did. So I'd love to know what your top tips are for staying sane. Of course, try and eat well, sleep well, drink lots of water. I know that's easier said than done, but do look after yourself. Do shout if you need help. Definitely for the club members who are listening, then that's what the club is there for that support and for that encouragement. Do hop over and see me on Instagram at Resilient Retail Club. Tell me how you're going to be looking after yourself in the run-up to Christmas. And I hope that your festive sales continue to go really well. Until next time, have a good week. If you've enjoyed this week's episode, then I invite you to check out resilientretailclub.com. The Resilient Retail Club is the membership for anyone wanting to start, grow, or scale a profitable product business. No more trawling Google trying to find the answers to your questions or wading through general business advice that speaks mainly to service-based businesses. Whether you're still at the idea stage or you've been going for a while but want to get more focused and organised when it comes to your business, the Resilient Retail Club is the place for you. With a library of courses tailored to creative product businesses, several live sessions a month, and a supportive and active community, the Resilient Retail Club is the perfect membership to help you hit your goals faster. Check it out at resilientretailclub.com.